What's up, everyone? My name is George Coletrain, and welcome to City on a Hill, where our mission is to empower, equip, and encourage faith-based filmmakers like yourself. Today, we're going to be doing something for the first time, brand new, something we haven't done yet. So far, we've only been releasing podcasts, but this has always been a dream and part of the content ideas that we've been having. We're going to do a little bit of a gear look today, and today we're going to be taking a look at, for the very first time, the ATEM Television Studio HD8 ISO. That's a mouthful. Yeah, so this is something that we've been wanting to do. We want to take a look at stuff like this gear that we're all like to use, camera equipment. Today's a little bit more of a production focus, as this is we'll be using more of a production setup, not so much for filmmaking, but I'm going to show you some cool things, at least what I think are cool things about this guy. And then, yeah, we're going to take a quick look. First impressions, I'll plug it in, real basic, just overview and thoughts of this. If you want a more in-depth view of how this guy performs and all of its limitations or what it's really good at, I'm going to be releasing another video next week because what we're going to be doing for this, I wasn't expecting this to show up as early as it did. We're going to be using this for a live recording, a live worship recording that we're doing next week here at my church, Rhythm Church. We're going to be using this for it. I normally don't do that. That's not something I encourage people to do, is to use such a brand new piece of gear or new camera on a set or on a shoot for the first time. Like, usually I like to use it a few times in kind of a low impact setting before I do something like that. But for you guys, I'm going to use this for the shoot next week. I'll do a whole vlog and BTS on it, and so we'll be releasing that probably next week. And then I'll also do another video about using it in our live weekend church setting. And I'll probably be in a couple weeks because I don't think we're going to be able to use it this weekend at our church. Today's Friday. This guy was just announced a week ago, Thursday. We ordered it the next day. It showed up yesterday, Thursday. So it showed up within a week of it being announced. And I picked it up because I missed the drop off. So I picked it up from FedEx last night, and I'm doing a quick little video. Again, just first impressions. I'll plug it in and do a little unboxing and what's in the box. So let's do it. So look, I'm really excited about this thing. I've been a huge fan of Blackmagic and their products. Here at the church, we use all Blackmagic cameras. As a matter of fact, we also had just purchased 4 more of the Blackmagic 4K Pluses, Pros, whichever the higher one was. And of course, we ordered those 2 weeks ago. They arrived this week, and then last week they announced the 6Ks, which is perfect Blackmagic fashion. But this is the brand new, larger production switcher that we purchased and picked up. And so look, if you're into Blackmagic news, production news, filmmaking news, make sure to subscribe to City on the Hill. Make sure to like this video and leave a comment below. Tell us what you think. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open this up without further ado. Let's do it. Shut up about all the other stuff, and boom, there we go. And what do we have? A protection foam insert, but that's to be expected. I'm gonna keep this puppy safe. And there it is. There's our switcher. And yeah, it's striking. It's nice and big. It's full. It takes up a lot of space here in the box, takes up all the space, and a couple little weird little things in there. I'm gonna take those out. And yeah, I mean, that's it. It's pretty simple. That's all there is to it. It's a big box, but it's a big switcher. And so let's go ahead and take this guy out of here. The first thing I notice is, man, it's got some weight to it. It's nice and big and full. And yeah, it's not like it's heavy. It's got some sturdiness to it. It feels nice and good and firm. Good quality materials. Definitely got like I would imagine this is a steel frame. All of it's metal steel frame. The top is actually kind of a little bit plasticky, but not a cheap plasticky, but it feels really good. Just for comparison's sake, something I'm going to show you guys here. This is the ATEM SDI Extreme, so the largest of the smaller switcher series, and we have one of these. We actually bought this a few months ago. Was going to replace our HDMI Extreme, and then we kind of got behind, never did, and of course this guy comes out. But I'm going to put this guy right here, and so if you have the Extreme, you can see how much larger this guy is in comparison. I mean, this guy is definitely got a lot of beef and a lot of size to it. So that's just kind of cool for you to see a little bit of the size comparison. You can even see it on this camera. I mean, it is, yeah, it's much larger, nice full size Nice full-size switcher. As far as what else is in the box, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot else going on in the box. Your kind of classic Blackmagic little things. And then there is, though, something that we were excited about, a little mounting, little desktop cutout template. So one of the cool things that they said about this switcher is that, I don't know if you can see, but there's little lips here on the side. And so you can cut a hole in your table, and this whole thing will kind of sit recessed into the table, give it a little bit less vertical profile. And so within the box, they give you this template here. And so if you lay this out on your table, you can cut out that. And once you cut it out, you'll have the perfect sizing to just don't plop it, but to place the switcher in it. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. We might end up doing this for our church, so if we do, I definitely will do a video on that. But that's all that's in the box: the switcher, the desktop plate, and yeah, again, your Blackmagic stickers and your software cues. But that is it. For those of you who are new to Blackmagic and new to especially their production line, know they do something that's very kind of annoying. They don't give you power cables. I don't really know why. It's just kind of a Blackmagic thing. So if you order this thing, make sure to order you a power cable. So here's our box where we also got a cable. Definitely want to say that because I can't imagine how frustrating it would be if you've never ordered something like that from Blackmagic and you're excited to get it, and then you open it and realize there's no power cable, and so that would be annoying. It's just kind of one of these real generic cables. A lot of times these are used for like kind of your speakers and other accessories like that. It's that cable, but yeah, if you don't have extras laying around, make sure to pick one up. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, and we're going to get a look at how this guy, what we got going on here. All right, so we have it plugged in. As you can see, it kicks right on there. There's no power button on here. And so when it's plugged in, the power is on and ready to go. As you can see, as soon as you plug in, you're boom, locked up, ready to go on your page here. A couple things that are different if you come from like the ATEM Mini or the Extreme or any of those is that it's got buttons here, physical buttons for the preview and the live button. So this bottom row here has got your previews. So camera one's previewed. If I had a multi-view up, you'd be able to see that, and so on and so forth all the way down the line. And then you could also just go live right away by using that. And you can see it's got a cool little interface on top here where if the camera that's on preview is green and the one that's live is red. And so there's a little kind of LCD screen display down here. There's also one up here for you to be able to look and be able to not have to look anywhere else besides on this switcher board and on its LCD screens. So one of the things that's really awesome and different about this compared to the Extreme and again that Pro line, which was fantastic and amazing, was just because of the size of it and it didn't have any screens on it, you were really, really reliant upon having it to plug it into a computer and using the ATEM Connect and using that in tandem with the switcher. And you could totally do it without it, but it got complicated if you had to do anything kind of advanced. And so with this having the screens on it, you could theoretically do a lot of adjustments and changes and all on the screen without having to be connected to a computer. Because of our set and being aside, I still would do that, but they're making it to be much more self-sufficient and much more self-reliant and not having to rely on a laptop or Mac Mini or an iMac or things of that nature. So lots of buttons on here, lots of stuff going on. There's dials. Again, you're also able to do stuff like use the camera connect if you have Blackmagic camera, so you can select a camera, adjust the gain, things of that nature. You could do that for music. You can make EQ changes. All of the different things that you could do again on the ATEM Connect on the software side, you're now able to just pan through certain pages here and make a lot of those changes right here without having to use a mouse and on a computer, things of that nature. So again, I just wanted to plug it in, just give you guys a real quick look at this thing. Just again, an unboxing, you know what's in the box. Get a cable, make sure to get a cable if you order this thing. And like I said, we're gonna do a much more in-depth look and dive into this in the next video where we, again, put it through its purchase through a live put it through its paces in a live setting, and really kind of give it a go. Yeah, just again, see what its limitations are, see where it excels. I'm excited for this. Again, we're moving up, upgrading from an HDMI Extreme to this. And so one of the things that was awesome for us is it allows us to go into our, move to an SDI workflow, which we're really excited about. Again, moving all over to the studio line cameras as well. And then also, again, one of the things that was really exciting about this switcher, that again, we weren't expecting, I was expecting them to announce a switcher sometime this year. Wasn't expected to be this early. And the big thing I really wanted was the SDI, and I really wanted the ISO recording. So that was all I really, really wanted. But for them to have the internal cloud service in here is amazing. And so I'm really excited to test that out, because this is the first batch. It should have 2 terabytes already installed. And so I'm going to take a look at that to double make sure that that's going on. And again, I'll put that, we're going to use that for sure in a live recording space. And I'll give you again a big rundown as to why we're doing that and why I use this. Again, what its strengths and what its weaknesses are. But this is the ATEM Television Studio HD8 ISO. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, or if there's anything that you want me to answer in the next videos as I put it through its paces, make sure to comment that in the comment section below. Go ahead and like this video. Make sure to subscribe to us, as we'll be doing a lot more videos about Blackmagic products. That's kind of my area of expertise, but also Steve and Josh, they'll be getting into Sony, Canon, some of the other camera brands and lines as well. But we're gonna do a lot of stuff surrounding Blackmagic, this switcher, its interface with the cameras, and again, where it might be good for you and your needs, or maybe some of the other switchers, and they might be better for your needs as well. But thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on City on a Hill.